I'm going to show you what to do once you've finished your human figure drawing and you are ready to start editing in Pic Collage. So the first thing that I did once I was all finished with my drawing was I just took a picture of it with my iPad. So I'm going to open up my photos from the bottom of my screen, and you can just see this is a photo that of the project that I was working on. So this is a new one, not the same one you saw in the last video. This is a picture that's kind of inspired by my sister. So if you look at this picture, it's in any lighting. You can edit the lights, that's just fine. Just take a picture and have it in your camera roll ready to go. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my home screen and I am going to click on Pic EDU, that's the Pic Collage app. So what I've done here is I'm going to go to, it should open you up to this page that says Get Started. You can either click on the plus at the bottom, which is starting a new collage, or I always just click on Freestyle because that one gives me a lot of different options. So I'm clicking on Freestyle, and what I'm going to do is I am going to click on the Photos icon at the very bottom of the page. So the icons at the bottom of the page are things that you can use to add pictures to your collage. So the one that I'm going to use is the third picture from the left, and it says Photos, and it's got a little rectangle, 2 mountains, and a sun. So I'm going to click on Photos, and that's going to take you to your camera roll. So you've got all these pictures in here. I've got lots of different pictures from different projects and different grade levels I've been working on. I'm going to find the picture of my human figure drawing, and I'm going to add that in there. So I clicked on that picture of my sister, and now I'm going to click on this little turquoise check mark right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've just grabbed it with my thumb and my pointer finger, and I've kind of moved it around. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut out the picture of my sister and erase away all the rest of the background. So to do that, I'm going to take my pointer finger and I'm going to double tap it. So I'm going to go tap, tap, and you're going to see all these new icons are going to pop up. So effects, I might want to use that to kind of change the colors a little bit. The picture is looking a little bit yellow to me, so I'll probably use that. But first what I want to do is I want to cut out the figure. So I'm going to click Cut Out. That's the one with the scissors. And it pulls it up here. So using either your stylus or your finger, my stylus is not charged right now, so I'm going to use my finger. And I'm just going to trace around pretty close to the edge of my drawing. It doesn't have to be totally perfect, and you'll see why in a moment. You probably already know why if you've used this app before. All right, so I stop here, and what's going to happen is at the bottom of the page it gives me a few options. So this is the one that I could use, but if I click on the other option, what it's done is it's kind of tight lined right around my drawing. Oh, awesome. All right, now this is not perfect, and what I really want it to be is pretty perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on that icon that I just tapped, and you'll see there's kind of a pencil on there. What that's going to do is it's going to give me the option to go in and kind of fine tune my cutting out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, double click, tap, tap, and I'm looking carefully and I want to erase certain areas, and then I notice that they also cut out one of the feet for some reason. So I'm going to add that back in. So first I'm going to go erase. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to start erasing away inside of this kind of elbow corner area. I'm just using my finger back and forth to kind of fill this in right here. Okay, so I've got that one done. And now I'm going to go into the other elbow area and I'm going to start erasing that away. It's okay if it's not totally perfect. All right, and now I'm going to zoom out again. Oops, I want to undo that. I accidentally erased part of her leg. So now there's this foot area right in here, and I'm going to erase that away as well. Here we go. And as you can see, next to where I'm working, for some reason, inside of that foot got cut out. So I'm going to add that back in there. So once I'm all done erasing down here in between the feet, I'm going to switch over to the other tool option, which is Add, and I'm going to add the drawing back in there in her sock. So we don't have one clear sock and one sock that's got the same color as my page here. All right, so I'm adding back in, doesn't have to be perfect. Having a hard time without my stylus here. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the turquoise check mark again. And look at that. She's standing in this white void. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to actually change the color a little bit. So double tap, one finger, tap, tap, and effects. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to look and see about, I'm just going to kind of click on different things and see what they do. So vibrance, okay? So if I change this, it kind of goes more black and white on one side. It goes a little bit more yellow. I'm going to cancel that one. I think brightness would be good. There we go. I'll make it a little bit brighter. Done. Saturation. Okay, so that brightens the color or turns it totally black and white. Cool. I'm going to kind of go right about here. Done. Anything else? Tint. Ooh, I could kind of change the color of it. So I could tint it either pink or kind of green. I don't want to do any tinting there. And I think I'm done with where I am right now. Okay, so I've just brightened her up just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a background. So this is the second icon from the left. It's got the diagonal stripes in a square. So I'm going to click on backgrounds. And it gives you a bunch of backgrounds that you can already pick from, or you can look for backgrounds on your own. So say I wanted to do a purple background, I could do that here. Say I want to click on one of the choices, I could maybe do like a polka dot background or looking through sprinkles. Ooh, these kind of look like Hyundai Wileys, don't they? Those kind of wallpaper backgrounds. What I want to do is I want to go kind of like Jodie Webster. So what I'm going to do is I am going to click on the little magnifying glass. It's down in the far left corner. This is going to help me search the web for images. I'm going to type in black and white city. And search. Oh, very cool. All right, so I'm going to look through and see if there's any that I can kind of get. Oh, nice. I like this one because it reminds me of Jodie Webster, where she has a girl standing on a city street, kind of standing. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to move my sister down so it looks like she's standing in the street right here. Nice. Okay, so that might be all that I want to do. This is finished now. I've got this whole cool background right here. The last thing I'm going to do is put my name on there. When you hand it in on Seesaw, I will be able to see who's handed these in, but just as a good measure, just type your name in there. Miss Funk 6G. All right, so say I'm in Miss Gutierrez's class. All right, here we go. And then I can just move that anywhere. So I've got Miss Funk 6G at the top. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click done. At the very top, it's this turquoise little button. And you can save it to your library. But what you are also going to do is you're going to be uploading it to Seesaw. So you can either upload it to Seesaw right now by clicking on the more, and then if you look, it's the third one over, Seesaw. That might accidentally put it in your classroom teacher or one of the other specialist Seesaw. So what I would actually do, if I were you, is save it to the library and then just make sure you're signed into the Art Seesaw before you upload it on there. And we've uploaded things onto Seesaw before, so I'm going to assume that you know how to do that. If you have troubles with it, email me, write me a note on Seesaw, and then I can help you through it. All right, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.